Designing effective visual aids. So, you need to make some visual aids to enhance your presentation. After you have planned your content, it's time to think about how you will present it. First, decide which software to use. Most students use PowerPoint, but there are other options such as Prezi, and you can consider that. This video uses PowerPoint, but the same ideas can be used in Prezis or other types of software. Okay, when it comes to designing your PowerPoint, there are some main points to keep in mind. You should start with choosing a background and font. It's better to avoid using bright colors as they can not only be distracting, but also difficult to see from a distance. Instead, choose a light background with dark, simple font, or a dark background with a light font. You should use a minimum of at least size 28 font. Remember that the person in the back of the room has to be able to see the text as well. Also, in a group presentation, you should have a consistent design for all slides. The next thing to consider is the text itself. Don't overload the slide with too many details. Writing lots of information in a PowerPoint presentation can be distracting and frustrating for the audience. Within seconds of your presentation starting, you are likely to lose the audience's attention. They won't be listening to you, they'll be trying to read all the information on the slide. Keep in mind, the PowerPoint should only guide your speaking, not replace it. Instead, choose only key points to highlight your information. You should not write in full sentences or paragraphs. Instead, choose key points and write them in bullet points. 3 to 5 bullet points on each slide will do. Use noun phrases and parallel structures. This makes your points far more effective. PowerPoints are more interesting to your audience if you include images such as pictures, charts, and graphs. But don't overdo it. Use charts and graphs to illustrate data and facts. People are more likely to remember and understand the information in that form, rather than listing numbers in a table. Pictures are always effective and can help explain complex concepts, but use them sparingly. Choose appropriate pictures and remember that you need to have permission to use them. All pictures should show the source. Another thing to consider when creating a PowerPoint is limiting the use of special effects and graphics, as they can be quite distracting. The audience is there to hear what you have to say, not to look at your PowerPoint slide. Remember, in academic presentations, you need to provide in-text references on slides when you're citing other sources. And then you need to provide a reference list on your final slide. Use the right referencing system for your subject, APA or IEEE, for example. You can even create a QR code at the end of your presentation as a way to distribute your reference list to the audience. Finally, make sure that your language is correct. Proofread the slides for any overlooked spelling and grammatical errors. All right, that's it from me. Start designing your visual aids.